This video because I get asked very frequently about my nose job. So I'm just going to be blunt, say everything that I wish I knew beforehand, what I did know, and everything. I'm just going to say it all, basically. So I went to Turkey at the beginning of this year because they have a technique called Pisio Technique. And essentially what this is, it's ultrasonic rhinoplasty. So they don't actually break your nose. They cut it, like they put incisions here, peel back your nose and cut it with ultrasonic waves. And the purpose of this is because the healing time is way faster. There's no like breakage, so there's no bruising, swelling, etc. And you basically can take your cast off in 2 weeks and no one knew that you had a nose job. It's pretty cool. The price for this, because it's only FDA approved in Turkey, the US, the UK, and South Korea, it's quite expensive everywhere except for Turkey. Turkey, for the procedure, it was $3,000 American, but you could also opt to do their package deal, which includes transportation and hotel for 6 days, and that is $4,000 American. I chose to just find my own hotel and transportation because it was a lot cheaper than an American $1,000. But if you wanted to just like do the easier option and not have to worry about where you're staying and how to get to where you need to go, then I would recommend their package because you're paying for like ease, like comfort. But if you can figure it out on your own, then go the cheaper option. That's what I did. I flew in there on like a Saturday night or whatever. Sunday morning, I went to the doctor's office. His name was Dr. Mustafa. That's who did my operation in Turkey. I went to his office in the morning and he like showed me a picture of my nose and we edited it like on the screen to show me what it would look like. So we like fine-tuned it, we like edited it more, et cetera, to figure out the nose that looked best for my face. He did end up telling me, which is kind of like a warning for anyone who's interested in doing rhinoplasty, is that it does change your whole face. So because my nose was so big, it kind of took away from other features that you wouldn't necessarily notice. But now that my nose is smaller, my chin looks like it's further pushed back. So he was telling me that I should get chin fillers to make my face balance out. I haven't done that. I don't know if I need to, but it's just like a recommendation and something to think about if you are going to do rhinoplasty, is that your face will change and you might be like, oh, all of a sudden my cheeks need to be smaller or bigger and my jaw needs to be more defined. You have to go into it knowing that it's not going to fix your face entirely and that you're probably always going to be disappointed with something. So sorry about that. But after he drew up my face on his little thing, we decided to do it. They knocked me out. And then I woke up and I had a new nose. I couldn't breathe for the whole week that I had the hard cast on because they put these like tampon things up my nose and it was so congested and disgusting and I instantly regretted my decision. I was actually like Googling post-surgery depression, which is a huge thing. And I actually was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? This is the worst decision ever. My nose was like pointed super upright like a pig, and he told me, like the surgeon told me, that it was going to drop a lot, but I in that moment didn't see the future. I only saw the now, and I looked like a pig and it was so swollen. Just my nose, my face wasn't swollen, but my nose was swollen. I couldn't breathe. The hard cast was on. I instantly regretted doing this. I was actually, I stayed at the hospital that night, and what I do recommend actually is bringing someone with you. My mom came with me, thank goodness, because on the first night you have to do like ice packs every 15 minutes. So my mom, God bless her soul, every 15 minutes woke up and changed my ice. So it was like 50 minutes on, 50 minutes off. And that first night is crucial with doing the ice packs because it helps a lot with the swelling and the healing of your nose. And then the next day it was like every 20 minutes, the next day every 30 minutes, et cetera, et cetera. So my mom did this for my face every single day. The hospital was the worst night for that because she had to do it every 15 minutes. And then she went and got me all my antibiotics, all of my cleaning supplies. Every single day I had to do like a saline solution, cleaning it. I had this cream with a Q-tip that I had to put up my nose and clean it out. There was a lot of blood. There was a lot of like drainage. It was disgusting. A lot like came through my throat. I had to like put a syringe solution up there. There was like 3 different saline solutions, 2 different creams, an antibiotic, and a painkiller. They were all really cheap actually. So that's not like a concern if like price for all of these things, they were really cheap. And then after the first day in the hospital, we drove to our hotel and I pretty much stayed in the hotel the whole week. I was exhausted and didn't want to do anything. I had my hard cast on my face. I felt ugly. I was tired. I couldn't breathe out of my nose. So I pretty much stayed in bed the whole time playing like computer games. And my mom did a lot of like journaling and she was my ice pack duty. Where we were staying, they had a free breakfast. So I would actually advise going somewhere that has a free breakfast because that's like pretty crucial if you're planning on like saving money. And then we just like ate our lunches and our dinners there as well. You don't have to do that. We were just lazy. Well, I was lazy. My mom was not. I was lazy and I didn't want to go anywhere. So we just ate at the hotel. And then I think it was like day 4 or day 5, we ended up going to the Mall of Istanbul and I bought like a new wardrobe for like $100 Canadian. I got like 2 skirts, pair of pants, a couple shirts, sandals. So recommend shopping while you're there. They're really nice things. And then exactly 1 week after the surgery, we went back to the doctor and he removed the hard cast. He removed the like tampon boys. I could breathe and I was like, oh my goodness, I can breathe all of a sudden, which I didn't even realize that the tampon guys were in there. I thought I just was never gonna be able to breathe again because I'm stupid. But yeah, the hard cast came off. He replaced it with like a soft like tape thing. One of my best friends actually got a nose job and she was telling me that she had to wear the tape for like 6 months at nighttime. So I asked my surgeon if I also had to wear the tape and he said after 1 week of wearing the tape 24/7 that I literally never needed to tape my nose again. So that is another pro to the ultrasonic rhinoplasty, is that you don't have to continue to tape your nose. You don't have to do anything else. Literally just 1 week hard cast, 1 week soft cast, you have a new nose. What I noticed is that my nose was very swollen, probably for a month. And then after that, literally no one knew that I had a nose job at all. I was a server at a restaurant and one of my patrons, I guess, that I was serving, I told her that I just came back from Turkey. And she's like, oh wow, like what were you doing there? And I told her I got a nose job. And she is actually a rhinoplasty surgeon here in Calgary. And she's like, oh wow, what are you, like 6 months post-op? And I was literally like 2 weeks, 3 weeks post-op. So that was nice. I do recommend it. You are going to regret it right away, unless you don't. I know, good for you. I regretted it right away. I hated it. I actually noticed that it was kind of crooked. So I talked to my surgeon about that, and he said that it depends on how you sleep. So if I sleep on my left a lot, the nose kind of droops to the left. If I sleep on my right a lot, it kind of droops to the right. So you have to like take turns on how you sleep during like the healing process, especially. It's kind of like driving a race car. You got to like counteract it. Other Otherwise, you can heal it with a crooked nose. So if you can sleep on your back straight perfectly, do that. I can't. I'm a side sleeper, so my nose kind of went crooked for a bit there, but then it like kind of for the most part is recovered. I got this like clip tong thing to put on my nose to like center it, because I'm a side sleeper, so I did that to myself. I don't know if that was actually because of the procedure or because of my sleeping or both, but that is also something to consider. I know there are a lot of surgeons in Turkey. I didn't actually look at any of the other ones until after I was laying in my hotel room, hating my life, regretting my decision, thinking that I maybe chose a bad surgeon. And so that's when I started researching other surgeons in Turkey. And for the most part, they're all around the same price. Some are cheaper, some are not. It's relatively the same price. But I would get like testimonials from people. I like mine. A lot of people like mine. I would recommend it. If you have any questions, let me know. Other than that,